Pisces. I'm Anisha. To know more about my work, you may visit my website www.tarotbyanisha.com. For those of you who are seeking deeper clarity, be it in your love lives or your career, for a personal consultation, you may write to me at tarotbyanisha@gmail.com. Pisces, it's an extremely important month for you, and more so because we have a lot of mutable energy that is floating around, and you are a mutable sign along with Gemini, Virgo and Sagittarius. And this month as well, in mid of September, we have the summer solstice and the equinox. That is right on the 22nd of September. We have seasons which are changing, and for whether you're getting ready for fall or you're getting ready for spring, depending on which part of the globe you're in, this entire thread of this month, the entire flavor of this month is about change. And for you, in any case, change should not be difficult because you find it easy to mold yourself. But this is going to be requiring a little bit of more work, because we are talking about things or maybe areas in your life that forever you could have felt challenged with. It could be either work, it could be relationships as well. Let's take a look as to how the month is broken down for you. We're beginning the month with the first 5 days, and we still have Mercury that is retrograde for the first 5 days. So the regular Mercury drill, not a great time to be going out and buying electronics, not a great time to be shooting off SMSs, emails without rechecking them, without verifying the content of those. Not a great time to be buying a big ticket item as well, for the simple reason that you may be lacking the information that is required to be making an important decision. So the first 5 days, just sort of go back on the plans that you've been working on, revise, retweak, rethink at whatever, whether they are projects that you're working on or decisions depending on those that need to get taken. From the 6th, we have Mercury that is moving into your house of work. So a lot of busyness. There's a lot of conversations, maybe projects, people coming together. A lot of movement is going to be there. And then on the 10th, Mercury is moving into your house of communication and of marriage as well. Now, Mercury, of course, is also it also governs travel along with it. So it can be that some of you could be traveling quite a bit on work, or there could be a lot of conversations, exchange of ideas, discussions, maybe even seminars that you could be participating in. From the 10th, you start focusing more on the relationships. For some of you, it is going to be both work as well as personal, and for some of you, depending as to where it is really, how your natal chart is, it could be pure relationships, your marriage per se. And it's a great time to be, some of you could be forming new teams, you could be understanding as to what is it that is really required. For some of you, in your personal relationships, you could be just trying and figuring out what works, what can be done better. You could be trying to understand your partner more better. And around the 6th itself, we have a full moon, and that is there in your own house. And this is a time where it's going to be completely shining a light on you. So, and something is coming to a fruition over here, because full moon is, even though it's extremely emotional time, but it's also a time of realization. It's a time of an ending. It's something that you're coming to terms with, something that you're accepting about yourself. So it could be that you're finally taking into account that there are some changes that you need to be making about yourself in order to be progressing further in your life, be it in your work or be it in your relationships. And maybe for some of you, throughout, you have been in a certain way and things have been fine, life has gone along fine, and you haven't felt the need to change. But now with this particular full moon, there's going to be a realization that you need to be making these changes in order to be leading a more fulfilling and a more open and a loving life. Mars is moving to your house of relationships, and it is joining Sun over there. So again, there's going to be a lot of focus on your partnerships, and there can be a sense of restlessness. Try not to get too aggressive, Pisces, and also try not to be in a um, you know, don't get too aggressive and don't be very pushy. Let things come to you. And I think at times when we're trying to make our partner do things which we want, or we want them to go in a direction that we would like, it's always better to suggest rather than sort of read out the law to them and say, this is what I like and this is what you should be doing, otherwise I'm going to be very upset with you. Try taking the softer, gentler approach, because Pisces, you have to remember, because this is the same thing that does not work for you. You are in fact one zodiac that the moment you sense any aggression and the moment you sense any kind of a control, you just slip out. You just sort of vanish and you go and you hide. So you have to be respecting the other person's space as well, and you have to be giving the other person that option of accepting your point of view or maybe not, and I think you should be fine with that. On the 20th, we have a new moon that is there in your house of relationships, and it is also being joined by Venus, so that is a lovely aspect. I think in some cases it speaks about a new love. It speaks about someone coming into your life as far as a love relationship is concerned. Maybe you just fall in love with someone whom you meet. It could be at work, and for some of you it can be while you're traveling. In certain cases it speaks about a relationship deepening. It speaks about the relationship taking a newer, deeper bond, developing a newer, deeper bond which maybe did not exist earlier in your relationship. However, with the Mercury also being present over there earlier around the 10th, and now with the new moon and Venus being over there, it's a good time to be having difficult conversations which maybe earlier you have sort of avoided having. So it's a good time to be bringing up issues, bringing up sensitive topics, trying to connect with your partner at a more soul level, and try not to intellectualize, and also try not to get into a very control zone, Pisces. On the 23rd, we have Sun that is moving into your house of joint finances, resources, intimacy, sexuality and transformation, and this is a time wherein Sun is really encouraging you to give more of yourself, Pisces. I think there's been a lot of tug of war as far as joint finances or power play that you've been exerting. I think it's almost like controlling your partner. In some cases, it will be that your partner's income all of a sudden increases, or it becomes more, the opportunities that your partner has get more better than you. However, try, because there is a lot of power struggle at play as well, try not to sort of get into a space wherein you start questioning your partner and saying, oh, this is what I am getting on the table, what is it that you are getting onto the table? Just remember, it's wonderful to operate from a space of love, and because we have a lot of mutable energy, it's the theme of this month is to cooperate. It is a time to be making changes in yourself, and this house is also a lot about inner transformation. So if there are any fears that you may have about money or about any material wealth that you may have, or you may worry about losing it, this is a time to be addressing those fears, putting them to rest, and forming deeper, authentic bonds with your partner. It's been a pleasure speaking with you, Pisces. I'll see you again soon, and thank you so much for watching.